Craig, congratulations on an excellent win. The last time you fought Wadi Camacho, you got the victory, but you didn't get the credit. This time you win the fight with the dramatic left hook in the 7th round.
Yeah, you are. I'd like to firstly thank all my fans. I sold over 350 tickets, and without them none of this would be possible. So Team Kennedy, I want to thank you all for the support, and make sure you stay on the journey. I want to thank my team, they know who they are. I want to thank my brother and my partner for helping me get rid of all those tickets. So it was a good day at the office, good day.
Talk us through the fight from your point of view.
We decided to start the fight pretty much the same as last time. I thought he composed himself a bit better than last time. Judging by watching it back, Richie Woodwell, who's respected in the game, was stating the obvious. He was making it easy for me closing the gap, and when a southpaw closes the gap on an orthodox fighter, it's easy for me to plant that right hand in. So I thought he might start a little bit cagey, a little bit fancy, and I would just, in the first 2 rounds, mark him up. We know he marks up, so just get beyond my jab, use my feet, which is my strongest asset, and we just mark him up in the first 2 rounds. As soon as he sees the colour of his own blood, his game plan's going to go out the window, and then he's going to make my night easy. And as you've seen, that game plan worked. He was coming in from the 3rd round onwards, flying into me. Every time he'd come in, I'd counter with a left hook and time it beautifully.
Were you surprised the way Camacho was able to take some of your shots, because you were landing some quality punches in there tonight?
Oh, full credit to him. He's a tough boy, very tough boy. He's a big boy, let me say that. I caught him with some shots that fold heavyweights in half. So credit to Wadi and his team for coming down in such a hostile environment. But like I said, it was only a matter of time, hence why he didn't want to fight me over 10 rounds. I ain't just saying it at moments in there. Our preparation was a bit rushed today because I thought I would be on later than I was, not making any excuses. But by the time I got going, by the end of the fight, I got my 2nd win, so hence why he didn't want to take it over 10 rounds.
Around about, I think it was round 5 or 6. I think it was around the midway point, around 5. You looked very tired. Did you get your 2nd win around that point?
That's when I was sluggy. I always hit a point where in training I start feeling it, and then I just hit another gear. Steve sees me every day when I'm sparring. 4th, 5th round. I don't know how I does it. I end up doing 12, 15 rounds. By the 4th or 5th round, Steve can vouch for me. I just get my 2nd win. As soon as I get my 2nd win, all the cruiserweights in Britain are in trouble. So I'm coming for you.
I know you're a very self-critical person. Out of 10, how much would you give your own performance tonight?
Oh, I could pick up on loads of things before I've even gone home and watched it back. I could give myself probably a 6. The reason being, we executed a plan, which I stuck to. Break him down, make him bleed, make him get complacent, and in the later rounds start sitting on my shot and just time the counters. When he's flying in, time the counter. In my last fight I was chucking a lot of right hands, which is a good shot for southpaws. This time I just sat on my left hook, and you've seen what happened once it plants.
What type of advice was your trainer Steve Robinson giving you in between the rounds? Because a lot of people ringside were sort of shouting at you to stay off the ropes, whereas you seem to be almost drawing him into the ropes.
He was saying exactly the same. He said, try and stay off the rope. He said, I know you're trying to draw him in, invite him in, but when you're in there and you know your capabilities, I knew I could read him from a mile away. He caught me with a lot of shots, which I shouldn't have got caught with. Steve have already given me an hiding about him. But, you know, I'm very critical of myself, so I'll go back, I'll watch it, and I'll make a judgment then.
And when you caught Camacho with that left hook in the 7th round, did you know he was gone then?
It was only a matter of time. I was catching him with the same power shot. I just timed it a little bit better, but as time went on, I knew he was fatiguing. I could see it in his eyes, but again, I know my capabilities. I know what I'm capable of, so I was in no rush. Like I told you, I just 12, 15 rounds in the gym with fighters, elite level, on world level, no problem. So as it goes for Wadi, again, I want to thank him for coming down. There was only ever going to be one winner, and I just took my time with it. Good to get the rounds in the bank, feel his power, but credit to him and his team.
Now you've put the whole Camacho saga to rest. What's next for Craig Kennedy?
What's next is a pizza tonight, chill out with the family. I'll have a good weekend now, we're binging. I'll have a good little munch over the weekend, and then Monday then I'll be back in the gym, and I'll just leave that to Steve and the team. And again, top 10 opponents, I don't want to be looking behind me. I show what I'm capable of today, and the better the opponent, the better I box. A 6 out of 10 I'll give myself tonight, so there's plenty more to come from the kid. Thank you.